It's just a notification, a handful of pixels lighting up on a glass screen. But right now, your heart is racing, your breathing is shallow, and your body is preparing for a physical attack. You aren't broken, and you aren't overreacting. Your hardware is working perfectly. It's just reacting to the wrong environment. Today we're going to look at why your nervous system cannot tell the difference between a work email and a predator, and exactly how to manually turn the alarm off. It is late. The house is entirely quiet. This is the specific time you carve out for yourself, the fragile, silent hours where the demands of the day finally retreat and the world stops asking you for things. In these moments of profound stillness, your body is resting in a baseline state of safety, quietly managed by your autonomic nervous system. Your breathing is slow, your muscles are unbraced, and your internal architecture is at peace. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. There is no threat here. The environment is predictable, tactile, and secure. And then, a sound. A single metallic chime. A flash of blue light against the dark wood of your desk. In a fraction of a second, the peace shatters. Before your conscious mind can even read the text on the screen, before you can logically process who is messaging you at this hour, your body forcefully pulls you backward. This is neuroception at work, your nervous system's subconscious radar, continuously scanning the environment for signs of danger below the level of conscious thought. It detected a sudden, sharp anomaly in the dark, and it made an immediate executive decision to protect you. What you are feeling in this exact millisecond is rapid sympathetic activation. Your pupils dilate to take in more light. Your posture snaps into a rigid defensive lock, preparing to brace against an impact. Your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, trapped in the upper chest, as your sophisticated threat detection circuitry floods your bloodstream with adrenaline. A sudden, sharp cortisol spike immediately follows, demanding that your major muscle groups prepare for violent, immediate action. This isn't a metaphor, and it isn't all in your head. This is the concrete biological reality of the fight or flight response. Your body believes, with absolute sincerity, that you are in profound physical danger. The physical sensation is overwhelming. The walls of the room feel as though they are shrinking inward. Your focus narrows violently, locking onto that single point of light on the desk. You might feel a heavy, crushing pressure in your chest, or a sudden, unexplained trembling in your fingers as you hover over the keyboard. It is entirely common in this moment to feel a deep sense of shame. You might quietly tell yourself that you are weak or undisciplined for having such a massive, debilitating physical reaction to a tiny piece of glass and metal. But this intense somatic response is not a moral failing. It is a highly efficient biological machine doing exactly what it was programmed to do over millions of years of human history. The problem is not your reaction. The problem is the invisible weight of the modern digital world. When these alarms go off dozens or even hundreds of times a day, your body is forced to absorb a massive allostatic load, the cumulative physiological wear and tear of chronic stress on your internal systems. You are sitting completely still in a quiet room, yet your heart, your lungs, and your endocrine system are running a marathon just to keep you safe. To truly understand why this happens, we have to step back and look objectively at the ancient hardware inside your skull. According to the principles of evolutionary biology, human survival depended entirely on hypervigilance. The brain's primal threat center, the amygdala, evolved in an unforgiving environment where sudden noises, fast movements, or shifting shadows almost always meant a physical predator was nearby. If your ancestors didn't react instantly and violently to a snapping twig in the dark, they didn't survive to pass on their genes. But today, that exact same ancient alarm system is trapped in a modern apartment. The amygdala is brilliant at keeping you alive, but it is terrible at modern context. It fundamentally cannot differentiate between a physical predator in the wild and a modern social evaluative threat, like an abrupt email from your boss, a passive-aggressive text message, or an alert that might jeopardize your standing in your professional peer group. To your ancient hardware, the threat of social rejection, loss of status, or professional failure feels biologically identical to the threat of physical death. The body mounts the exact same defense mechanism. You are not overreacting, and you are not broken. Your machinery is working flawlessly. It is simply responding to a digital environment it was never built to understand. So, how do we live with this ancient hardware in a world that never stops pinging? We cannot simply rationalize or talk our way out of a physiological hijack. The cognitive brain is too slow to catch up to the survival brain. But we can use the body's own mechanical levers to manually signal safety. One minimal effort option supported by current research is the physiological sigh. It consists of 2 sharp inhales through the nose, followed immediately by 1 long extended exhale through the mouth. That double inhale physically reinflates collapsed air sacs in the lungs, and the long, slow exhale deliberately reduces your heart rate. By doing this, you are manually stimulating the vagus nerve, which acts as the heavy biological brake pedal for your panic. This deliberate mechanical breath forces the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, the bodily pathway responsible for rest, recovery, and emotional regulation. It is a physical way to temporarily improve your heart rate variability, sending a clear, undeniable signal to your ancient hardware that the immediate threat has passed. You can soften your shoulders. You can release your grip. You are safe in this room. The physiological sigh can calm the immediate panic of the inbox. But what happens when that chronic stress makes it physically impossible to just start your work? That paralyzing friction isn't laziness either. It's an executive function collapse, and to fix it, you need to understand what is happening to your dopamine in this video right here.